would like to just bring Shweta to just talk about how to become a full stack web developer and give us insights about where do we figure out the resources and where do we start and how do we connect the dots and then become the full stack web developer. Over to you, Shweta. Go ahead. All the best.
Thank you, Manjula. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Shweta Hegde. I am working as a senior software engineer at CGI, and I have 7+ years of experience in software development. And recently, I have moved to Canada. That is in September 2023, and currently I'm working at CGI. Yeah, as we all know that today I'm going to talk about full stack development, that is web development. And today's agenda is first I will talk about my journey as a full stack developer. Then let's see how to get into software development. If you are from non-IT background, then let's see what is web development. Then we will see what is full stack development roadmap. Then let's look at interview preparation and what is low code or no code development, what all certifications you need to do, and what is the salary range for full stack developer, and what are the opportunities you can get if you learn full stack development. And finally, I will end the session with tips for resume building and networking for newcomers. First of all, I would like to thank Nextinnings for giving me this opportunity to share my insights and knowledge. I completed my bachelor's degree in information science in 2016 from BVB College of Engineering and Technology, Hubli, that is in Karnataka. I'm basically from Karnataka. And later I joined Toshiba as a software engineer. That was a campus recruitment. There I had worked on application development. Initially, I started my career with embedded system, but I was more interested towards application development. So internally, I transferred my job to application development. Then I worked on mainly C# and .NET. It was a Windows desktop application. Later, I joined iDrive. There, I worked on MS SQL Server and .NET Core and C#. And I worked on some part of Angular as well. There, I became a full stack developer. Then I joined Lam Research. I got the opportunity to work on Azure, Jenkins, and Agile as well. Later, after coming to Canada, I am working at CGI as a full stack developer. This is my tech stack, that is C#, that is a programming language, and .NET Core is a framework, and MS SQL Server is a database, Angular is a front-end framework, Azure is a cloud, and Jenkins is for automation, and Agile and Sprint is a development process methodology. And I have these certifications, that is Azure Fundamentals and Scrum Foundation certificate. Now let's see how to get into software development if you are from non-IT background. Most of the companies will ask for a bachelor degree, minimum of bachelor degree they will ask, whether it is in computer science or electronics or mechanical, it doesn't matter, but they need a bachelor's degree. Then you should learn a programming language such as C#, C++, Java, Python, Go language. There are many more. You should learn a programming language first. You should pick up whatever based on your interest and based on your capacity. You can pick up programming language, and in YouTube also you can get so many videos on tutorials and coding. Then you should be able to learn one of the programming languages. Then you should learn the latest technologies also. I will cover the latest technologies in the upcoming slides. And if you're new to the programming, then you should participate in coding contests also. So it will enhance your problem solving skills also, and it will enhance your critical thinking. And you can practice coding in online platforms such as LeetCode or Geeks for Geeks. Then these days, most of the recruiters asking for GitHub profile as well. Because if you're coming from non-IT background, you will not have the hands-on experience. So at least if you have the GitHub profile, then you can show your projects that you have worked on, or you have practiced some projects. It will give some good weightage to your profile, and you can build a personal portfolio as well, so that it will help your resume to get shortlisted, and later you can apply for jobs. Now let us see what is web development. As we all use so many websites day to day in our life, such as banking application or Instagram, Facebook, many of us know like how it works, but many of us may not know how it works. So let me explain that. We all have laptop or a mobile device. Through that, we will access the web applications in the internet. We will request some query or videos or data or article. Then we will request the internet, and internally the internet will request the web server. So web server will process our request, and it will fetch the data from the database, and it will give the response to the internet, and internally it will give the response to the user, that is web browser. Okay, here the web browser is called as front end, and the web server is called as back end. Coming to front end development, there are three technologies. One is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML is used to design the web pages using markup language. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Using HTML, you can design a plain web page, but you cannot give good styles to that or colors, or you cannot customize it. But with CSS, you can customize it. You can see the difference here. In the HTML box, that apply now button is the background, the button color is white, but in CSS it is green and it's a square button. So you can give the styles to your web page if you use CSS. Then you have designed the button, but it is not functioning right. So for that, you can use JavaScript. When you are clicking on the button, it will go to a new page. If you think of a bank application where you are logging into a banking application, there, once you click on the login button, it will go to a home page, right? It will show your bank balance and other things. So when you are clicking on that button, there JavaScript comes into picture, and it will go to a next page. JavaScript is a scripting language, and 99% of the websites use JavaScript. Now let us see what is backend development. As you can see, backend development is more complex than front-end development. It involves many components such as servers, databases, security. When we are developing an application, then we should provide the security as well, right? So security also comes into picture in backend, and APIs. APIs means it will help to communicate between front end and back end, and it involves complex business logic as well. And we can choose the operating system such as Windows, Android, or Mac OS, or Linux. And it involves scalability also. And there are so many frameworks available out there, and we will talk about the frameworks in the upcoming slides. And it involves data analysis also. And when you are or developing a backend, you should design the system architecture as well. Now coming to full stack development roadmap, what and all technologies you need to learn while becoming a full stack developer. First, I will talk about front end. In front end, already we have seen there are many technologies such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. With this, like you can start from scratch, but whenever you have to develop application, every time you have to write those code. It is time consuming, and that's why we have some libraries and frameworks also. So you can utilize those libraries and frameworks to build your application. So you can save money and time with these frameworks and libraries. In CSS, there are some libraries such as Bootstrap, Tailwind, and Materialize CSS. Bootstrap is a free and open source framework in CSS. When you are working, when you are learning CSS, you can pick up one of these frameworks and you can learn it thoroughly and you can use it in your application. No need to learn all of these frameworks. If you're interested and if you have learned one framework, then you can go. Then coming to JavaScript, um, we have a TypeScript language. It is a dynamically typed language, and you can learn that as well. And AngularJS is a JavaScript framework, front-end framework that is used to develop single-page applications. It is growing and expanding in the industry, and you can learn that as well. And similarly, you can learn Vue.js or React.js as well. But if you learn one of these frameworks like Angular, then you can switch easily between Vue or React. There is no much difference, but there will be some difference. Okay, next. Now we will see what and all backend technologies and frameworks we should learn to become a full stack developer. Technologies. There are many technologies available for backend. Please don't get overwhelmed by seeing all these technologies and frameworks. The technologies available are like, I have taken few, such as Java, C#, Python, Node.js, and Ruby. Here, Java, C#, Python, and Ruby are programming languages, and Node.js is a JavaScript runtime environment. Now, you can pick up one of these language or one technology in this one, and first you should learn the basics of this programming language. If you take, for example, if you take C#, first you should learn the fundamentals of C#, .NET architecture, then the Lambda functions and exception handling and all those things, OOPS concepts mainly. Then you can go for you can later you can learn framework. In Java, there is a famous framework called Spring Boot. Many of us may know about this one. And in C#, you can learn .NET Core framework. If you are going for Python, then there are two frameworks such as Django and Flask. If you know Node.js, then you can learn Express framework. And if you're interested in Ruby, then you can learn Ruby on Rails framework as well. Now, we have seen as part of the backend development, we should learn databases as well. Let us see what all databases are available. There are two types of database management system. One is relational database management system and another one is NoSQL. Relational database management system involves like structured data or table data. In NoSQL, it is not structured data. And in RDMS, we can think of a student management system or employee management system. I'm just giving a simple examples here. There are like complex examples as well. And in NoSQL, you can think of your Instagram videos or Facebook videos and images as well. And in RDMS, there are many databases available such as MS SQL, MySQL, Postgres, and Oracle. Here, MS SQL and Oracle are in more demand as I have seen, and Postgres is also in demand. But MySQL is not that in demand in enterprise level, but you can learn that as well in the beginning. And in NoSQL, there are some famous databases such as MongoDB, Cassandra, and CouchDB. Based on your application, whatever you are designing, you can choose the DBs. If it involves a table data, then you can go for RDMS. Otherwise, you can go for NoSQL DBs. It depends on your applications and the business requirements. And what other technologies and or processes you should learn along with this backend and front end. Those are HTTP. Some communication protocols are there. They are like HTTP, TCP/IP, UDP. Those protocols, you should know about those protocols, how the browser works, how the internet works, all those things. And then you should know the REST APIs also, how to create REST APIs and how to get the data from the back end to front end using REST APIs. All those concepts you should know, and you should know about DevOps as well. DevOps is a methodology in which development and IT industry operations, it will integrate development and IT industry operations. And you should know about CI/CD pipeline as also, such as Jenkins. Jenkins is used for automation of your delivery process. And as we all know, agile, we should know agile also. Most of the companies are asking whether you have worked in agile development environment or not. So it is a fast-paced development environment. So you should know about agile, sprint, and Kanban as well. And while interviewing, the interviewers will ask whether you have done unit testing or not. So you should be aware of unit testing also. For example, in .NET, there are some frameworks such as NUnit or XUnit. At least you should know one of these unit testing frameworks. And Java also, there is a famous unit testing framework.
ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅದು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
JUnit.
ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
Yeah, and you should know about the cloud also. And at least one of these clouds you should know, either Azure, AWS, or GCP. There are so many certifications available in the internet. At least you should take the fundamentals or a developer associate certifications from any of these clouds. So it will be helpful for your interview. Now let's see how to get full stack development job, or it is basically for interview preparation. First of all, you should master the fundamentals. If you are learning a programming language, you should know in and out of that programming language. For example, if you are learning C# or Java, you should know the basics of the programming language, like OOPS concepts, design patterns, and solid principles, and multi-threading also. You should learn multi-threading as well. Then you should identify the skills you need to learn. If you want to upskill yourself in the same language or same technology, then you should identify those skills and you should learn that as well. And you can look out for mentors within your organization or outside also. You can look out for mentors. There are so many mentors available. You can reach them in LinkedIn, or if anyone is interested in your organization to mentor you, you can take help from your senior colleagues or from your peers as well. And as I have already told you, you should create a GitHub profile. GitHub profile means there is it's kind of a repository. When you are developing some projects or codes, then you can put those projects into a repository. So it is public, and you can put that GitHub profile link in your resume and LinkedIn as well. So when the recruiters or hiring managers see your profile, they will be impressed with you, with your profile, because you are working on coding and development as well. So it will be helpful to get the resume shortlisted. And you can build a personal portfolio as well. If you learn the full stack development, then you can build a personal portfolio. And there are many online tools available to build a personal portfolio as well. You can utilize that as well. But if you are a developer, then you should go for a you should code it and you should build a personal portfolio so you can showcase your skills as well. If you don't have some hands-on experience, then it will be helpful for you also to learn new technology or new tech stack. And you can go for online coding platform also, like Lead Code, Geeks for Geeks, and HackerRank. Usually I code in Lead Code whenever I get free time. There are 2000 plus questions available in Lead Code, and it will be helpful when the interviewer asks you to solve some coding problems. For example, if they are asking on some array problems, some complex problem, then if you have practiced in Lead Code or Geeks for Geeks, it will be helpful during the interview time. There are easy, medium, and hard questions also. What I suggest is, if you are aiming for a very good company, very high-tech companies such as Google, Microsoft, then you can go for hard questions. Otherwise, if you're not aiming for those companies, then easy or medium questions will be enough to crack the interview. Whenever you get time, you can work on these coding questions. There are many sections available, such as there are so many problems on arrays. There are so many problems on data structures and algorithms. There are so many problems on graph as well. Then there are so many problems available for string and hash table, hash map, and many more. And you can use HackerRank also, but Lead Code, I like the user interface of Lead Code, so I will use Lead Code. And there is premium version is also available, so no need to take the premium version. I suggest the free version is good enough to practice the coding. And you can take the mock interviews as well. There are so many websites available in the online to take the mock interviews. Before going for interviews, it's better to take mock interviews, so you will get to know your mistakes, what and all mistakes you are doing while giving the interview. And in some of the recruiters or interviewer will give you live coding as well. In front of them only you have to code. It will be a very short time and you have to present your code in front of them. So you should practice live coding as well. Most of the companies asking for the take-home assignment also. So you should learn how to develop an application or how to complete that assignment within a given short time period. And in Canada, what I have heard is they will give equal stress on behavioral questions also, because your attitude matters a lot. There is a famous saying, okay, technology or programming can be learned, but the attitude cannot be learned that easily. So they will give more stress on behavioral questions as well. And you should prepare for verbal explanation also. There will be many scenario-based questions, so you should know how to answer to those scenario-based questions also. So they will judge your attitude based on your verbal explanation. And these days, there is a trend going on that there is low code or no code development also. Personally, I have not worked on this low code or no code, but there is a trend going on. So low code or no code means there is less code. There is no need to develop it from scratch. There are some tools available. Then you can utilize those tools and you can build your business critical application, and it will save your money, and it will save your or organization's money or money and time as well. So there are some online tools available such as Softar, Bubble, Glide, or Zapier. If you are interested, you can check. those as well. And coming to certifications, there are so many certifications available in the internet, and you can check them. And some of them I have mentioned here. If you're interested to learn full stack developer development, then you can go for first one, that IBM full stack developer professional certificate by Coursera. It's a paid one, and you can check that as well. And most of these certificates are paid. And if you're interested, you can take that. It will give you more weightage in your resume, but only with the certification you cannot get a job, I can say. Along with the certification, you should have hands-on experience also. At least you should have a GitHub profile or portfolio or any projects, like hobby projects also you can work on. Only with the certifications, it's very difficult to get a job if you don't have the hands-on experience. And I have the Agile certification and Azure Fundamental certification. Now we will see what is the salary range for the full stack software developer in Canada. I have taken some data from Glassdoor and Indeed. In Glassdoor, it's saying that 78K is the base average pay in Canada, that is in Canadian dollars, and additional cash compensation might be, it's ranging from 2,500 to around 9,500, and it's based on many factors, such as whether it is MNC or startup or mid-sized company, and it's based on your skill set as well. And the Glassdoor or Indeed is taking data from so many companies, and they are taking the average. So it depends on many factors. Indeed is also telling base average salary is 90,000. And there are many opportunities available if you learn the full stack development. There are many full-time jobs, as we all know, and part-time jobs as well. And one more main thing is there is freelancing work available in Fiverr or Upwork. There are many websites available for that. If you're interested, and if you're not getting any full-time job, then you can check freelancing as well in Fiverr or Upwork. Then you can contribute to open source projects as well. So it will enhance your skills, and you can upskill yourself also. And I have some list of open source projects or GitHub profiles for that. I will share that document with all of you. And some examples are Elasticsearch, that is in Java, and grok.net, that is for C#. And there are so many GitHub profiles available for other languages also. I will share that document with all of you. And there are so many remote jobs available across the world, and I have the document for that as well. I will share that document with you. Okay. Now coming to resume and network building tips. I have also started my journey in Canada in September 2023. But before coming to Canada also, I was searching my job from Bangalore. And initially, I didn't get any calls. Later, I booked my ticket and I was getting the calls, and I got the job as well. There are some resume tips and network building tips I got from some meetups or some of my mentors, or from the internet as well. I would like to share those tips with all of you. First of all, whenever you are applying for any job role, you should use the customized resume. You should not use one generalized resume, and you should not apply to each and every job. For each and every job, you should customize. It should at least match at least 70 to 80% with the job description. I'm not telling you to lie in the resume, but you might have used the similar word in your resume, but not the exact word as it is in the job description. So during that time, you can change the same word as it is in the job description, and you can apply that resume. And you can use ChatGPT as well. There should not be in resume in the recruiters or hiring managers expect that there should not be any grammatical error or the typos. So you can use ChatGPT for that. It will give you a good polished sentence whenever you are giving some sentences to the ChatGPT, and you can utilize ChatGPT for that. And I have heard that some companies use application tracking system also to shortlist your resume, because they are getting so many resumes. So, and they cannot go one by one resume, and they cannot read all the resumes. So they are using application tracking systems for software. So it should, your resume should pass in the application tracking system software. And there are many online websites are there, whether you can go and paste your resume and job description. It will show you whether it is matching it is passing the ATS score or not. There will be some percentage around 670 or 80 percentage. If your resume is getting some below percentage, then your resume will be rejected. Or if it is getting more than 70 or 80 percentage, then there are high chances of that your resume will get shortlisted. And you can join some meetups as well, such as this Nextinnings meetup, or I usually attend Canada IT Club meetups as well. That is a virtual meetup. If you are in Canada, then you can go for in-person meetups as well. There you can network with the people. Whenever what I do is, usually when I meet some person, whoever is working in the same industry as me, then before taking their phone number or Instagram profile, I will ask them for their LinkedIn profile so that I can make their connections. And it helped me also. Uh, Whenever you are talking to people, please ask their for in a LinkedIn profile, and send them a LinkedIn request. So they will, so most of the people will help you when you, or they will accept your connection request. And one thing what I want to share here is coming to LinkedIn connections. When I was in India, randomly I used to uh, connect to recruiters or software developers on the LinkedIn. I Same way, like when I was searching for the job, then one of the recruiters from CGI, which I sent the connection request 2 or 3 months back, he only contacted me when there was opportunity, and from that only I got the job. So LinkedIn connections really helps. Not 100% I can say. In some cases it was, because whenever you are sending the request to LinkedIn recruiters or your peers, if there is a job opening, you will be in the first connection list. So they will contact you for the further discussion. So it will be helpful. And one more thing what I have heard is, when you are applying for jobs through LinkedIn, at least, sometimes they will give you the hiring manager or recruiter's name in the LinkedIn. You can contact them. I have heard from the recruiter itself that if you message them, or if you contact them after applying for the job, then they will be more interested in your resume, it seems, because you are putting some efforts to text them or message them. So there are high chances of getting your resume shortlisted, but it should match the job description as well, and it should be impressed by hiring manager as well. Those things are there, but you can try it once. But what I can suggest is, don't message them frequently, because they are also getting many emails or resumes from many people. So just once or twice, just ask them, or like you can say you are interested in this job position. And while applying for jobs, just don't rely on LinkedIn. You can use career websites also. What I have seen is, before they are posting to the LinkedIn, they will post it in career websites. So you can become an early applicant if you are checking frequently the career websites. If you are targeting some companies, then you can create job alerts as well in their website, so it will notify in your inbox, so that you can apply for those jobs. You can check with Indeed, Glassdoor, Monster as well. So don't rely only on LinkedIn, and you can use some startup um, websites as well. Yeah, now if you have any questions or doubts, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, or this is my email ID. You can email me as well. If you have any questions, then I can take those questions now.
Awesome. There are questions, Shweta. We can just pick it up and then just get into that. I'll also help you out. The questions part of it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
It was a good one. Thank you so much for just doing that and giving the clarity. And I think
For 7 to 8 years of experience, like they will ask you some complex questions as well. So you should know thoroughly about Java and Spring Boot, be it Java fundamentals or Spring Boot, like security and front end, back end, everything you should know thoroughly. And there will be around 3 or 4 rounds of interview. I have heard it from my friends as well who gave Java and Spring Boot interviews, and they asked very deep technical knowledge on Java and Spring Boot, and they asked her to code on they gave a simple application, and she has to build that application within a time period.
Okay, thank you, Shweta.
awesome.
Take the question. Yeah, you should know about CI/CD deployment, and if you are going for a full stack development, they will not ask majorly on DevOps, because already full stack is heavy, and but you should know the minimum knowledge of DevOps, at least how it works, CI/CD pipeline, how it works. And many of the companies are going for Azure also, and you should Azure or AWS, any cloud I can say, and you can work on that as well. What I do is, usually I will take the help of ChatGPT, because cover letter is something I don't know whether all the recruiters or hiring managers will look into those cover letters. So what I do is, I will give my resume and job description to the ChatGPT, and it will give me a good cover letter. It will save a lot of time if you use ChatGPT. But I will I will do a custom cover letter. No, I will not apply with the general cover letter with any of the companies.
Just to add to Shweta, what we are just talking about, this is a similar feedback we kept receiving from the other mentors and Anna especially. Just watch out Anna video as well. And there are, if you just go to Job Bank, in fact, when you just go to Job Bank, it opens a .com portal, but it is jobbank.gc.ca. That is the government portal. If you just go over there and just get registered yourself, you would be able to the assistance for how to create a cover letter. So just visit that, check it out. That is the one of the good resource we just got it. Thanks, Shweta. Please go ahead.
If you don't have the hands-on experience, then you should create some projects, and you should keep those projects in your GitHub profile. so that it will show those projects to your you can show those projects to your interviewers or recruiters or hiring managers. It will be helpful.
So probably I'll also chip in, Shweta, just for this information, because that's where we can also support, but we can give you that how to go about. So go
Okay.
to LinkedIn again. LinkedIn is a great source for you, and figure it out. Who are all the startups who are in this space looking for support? You can just either look at their job posting or look at that your LinkedIn. Who are all the startups have come and looking for a Java developer, etc. Go back to them and say that, hey, you are looking for a developer. Can I help you? That's the best way where you can just ask for it instead of asking, hey, is it a paid internship, unpaid internship? Nothing, because you need a work experience. Tell them, I will just help you just for a month. What is the problem you're solving? Something like that. And I was also just given the LinkedIn yesterday. We had an interview with Ramya Sampath. That video also I've just added. So she's another great example where when she just moved from India to US, and again, she was going through the same problem. So she decided, okay, nothing doing. I'm just going to learn about it the way what we were hearing from Shweta. She has a fixed schedule. 2 hours, I'm going to apply for a job. 4 hours, I'm just going to learn. And this is the app I'm going to create it. And she created the end-to-end app. And then she spoke about that in resume. And because of that, the interview what she got for a software engineer landed her to the senior software engineer. That is a kind of a thoroughness. She created the app, tested, and everything. It's an end-to-end project. Similarly, what we
It should be.
right? Where we are just going to go to the any portal, GitHub, and create your repository. She also gave that couple of projects what we can just do about it. So it's a commitment and the discipline. When you just pick up the thread, that is where you are going to just do that. The same thread, I will also be able to talk about it after Shweta's. If you find, because most of the time it is overwhelming to get that discipline and do it every day and day out. So that is where the organization like us will come into the picture to handle you. Somebody is there to push you daily basis. Did you do this assignment? Why you didn't do it? Where are you getting stuck? Come, let's just talk about it. That's another way. In case if you're not a disciplined person to do it on your own, go ahead and pick up these kind of threads as well, which will also become helpful for you. Over to you, Shweta. Sorry about it.
Definitely, they will ask about your previous projects. That time, first you should explain your what domain you worked on previously, because they might not be knowing what domain you have worked on. So at least you should give the basic knowledge of that. Then you can start with what are the requirements. Like you should not drag it to 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Within 5 to 7 minutes, you should be able to explain your projects. Based on your explanation, there will be follow-up questions as well, and you should be ready to answer those questions as well. Yeah, that's what I can say for 5+ years of experience. And they are going to ask some difficult questions also for 5+ years of experience. You should be able to answer all those questions. Or why did you choose that tech stack? Or how to what will you do if if this scenario comes or that scenario comes? You should be able to handle those questions as well. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much, Shweta, for sharing the knowledge. This is the beauty of what we have. When you share, you get the multiples of it. So this is something where you share it, you will also be able to learn from questions what the people have been asking and etc. Thank you so much for your time
Thank you,
and
Manjula, for giving me this opportunity.
always. Thank you so much. Any other question, team, before we say hi and bye to Shweta? Anyone has any questions? Again, couple of videos, not couple of videos. I will say every week you will get these kind of once in a fortnight we bring this speaker. Go to the videos. Everybody has shared their best. What is that they can just do about it? Watch out the videos, and that would be a great way to just move forward. Right. So with that, yeah. So there is a video sections also available. You can go and watch each of the videos. What you can just get into that. Right. So with that, once again, thank you, Shweta. It was incredible where whatever you have shared, it just gave insights of how to navigate the path to start with that, with the unknown territory when we just landed. How do we go about? Thank you so much. And we will just come back and connect with you when we just get the right candidate for mentoring or further support.
Sure.
Look to just take your help and then enrich our community. Once again, thank you so much.
I'm happy to help, Manjula. Thank
All-
you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that is our blessings, I would say. So we are able to create a lineup of the mentors everywhere in every technology and the domain part of it, which is just coming up. And we are grateful for all of you for the kind of support what you're creating for the platform. Thank you, Shweta. Right. So with that, I would like to take a few minutes of the program which we have just started to talk about it. So happy to share my screen and then take it forward just to give you the insight. All right, I'll just share my screen now. Just give me a second. Yes, is my screen is visible? Just let me know. Is it visible? Just go ahead. Are you able to see? Yep. Okay, fine. So let me just make it as a full screen so that all of us would be able to see that. Yeah. Fine. So these are all the program where we have just left. I just thought we will just do that. These are all the options. So right now you heard from Shweta. What is that you have to do? You have to just learn. You have to practice. You have to showcase your experience. You have to prepare your interview and then keep applying. So all those things is just going to be the support from our end, the kind of a program what we created. Because we have just created the program. People with 10 years break, they were able to just join. 8 years break, they were able to join because of the program what we have just developed it. Right. So if you are just looking for kind of a program, so this is the opportunity where you can also be part of these programs. Let me explain a little bit about the program and the pricing structure, which will just also give you the opportunity to know about it. Again, so bootcamp is a completely refresher program. It's a month-long program online. It's a self-paced, but weekly you will connect with the instructor and get to know about your doubts, etc. So that's the program where you can just get to know sitting at home. And if you find it, you really enjoying the coding and you wanted to get refreshed more about it, that will just get you to the hands-on program where you will just choose your programming and you will do the content what Shweta has just spoken about it. It has been laid out for you daily basis, and we need a commitment of at least 4 hours to 6 hours you are able to spend with us, and we can take you through the project and prepare you for interview and then allow you to just look into that. Further to that, if you need any of the projects or anything, we can also keep adding with the startup projects and then give you that kind of experience to get into the interview and crack it and then join the job back over there. So this is the 999 is the part where just for the bootcamp program. The next one is the program which is with the job assurance, what we are creating with the company. Again, the fee is not to be paid in the beginning. You would be needing to pay only when you get selected. Here, the selection criteria, you will go to 2 to 3 rounds of the interview. The first one could be the base assessment. Once the basic has been cleared, you will be given the proper assessment of a programming language, what you are picking it up, followed by one interview from the organization. If you are able to just crack it, and if they are able to say, they would be able to absorb, and then we would be able to start the curriculum what we have just developed for that particular organization. So this is the program fee for that, provided this is required only when you just crack your first level of assessment and get the green signal from the interviewer. So that's the program what we have just kept it. Other one is just where the business analyst program, where we are just doing it in align with the UI path. It's a free program. Again, it is ranging from 4 weeks to 8 weeks. One more is just we are planning to do it in the April and the May timeframe. We are working out the logistics. And when you just do this program, you will also get the opportunity to just connect with the mentors and then certification. All those things you would just get as part of the program for the selected member when they just do a knowledge check and then pass through about it. Apart from that, a lot of time, many a time, the more than the tech, like Shweta was talking about, soft skill is a challenge. So when you want to know how to do your personal branding, how to network, how to create your resume building, wanted to connect with the mentors, these are all the two programs are available where you can just, again, it's all online program, so you don't need to worry about it. You can go with a one-on-one career counseling where you would be connecting with the coaches, and followed by, if at all it requires a mentor connect or anything, we can just support on any of the topic where we can just take you through the journey. Another one is an online group session, which is for your personal branding, networking, resume building. Exclusively these three topics you would be working. At the end of it, you would be able to connect with the industry people, network, and then share your prepared resume as per the expert guidance. So this is also would be coming at the 199 card. Everything with the HST would be included plus extra. With that, I would like to just bring it to the end of the session to say thank you to you, as well as to give you that heartfelt comfort for Shweta for being with us. Thank you, Shweta, and looking forward to just connect with each and every one of you to just help you. Join us, and any of the question you can connect with our team and they can help you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manjula.
Thank you, Shweta. Thanks for just being with us, and looking forward to assist you.